It is 1829, Thursday, April 9th. So we are here for the finale, the big finale of the Indian food, the Indian food trilogy. This is the end of it. And we have our Indian food right here. It's all ready to go in, so let's do it this time. I'm prepared. I've preemptively opened the microwave, and I'm putting the food inside of the preemptively opened microwave. And 90 seconds, then we'll see how warm it is, and then I'll put it in for another 30 seconds probably. So now, once again, this is the awkward moment where we wait for the food. So here's the music we're listening to. For tonight, we have the keyboard track from Cohesive Deterioration, which was released February of 2024, over 2 years ago. Oh my God, crazy. So still have 50 seconds left, so I have to think of something else to say. So I sort of, I didn't portion out the rice properly, so there's a little less rice for tonight's meal for the finale, which is fine. However, there are two samosas. So I think there's probably more food than normal, and I think there's an extra little chunk of chicken. Now, these chunks of chicken are a little smaller than the other ones. I chose the larger chunks for the previous meals, whereas for tonight's meal, the chunks are a little smaller. However, there's one extra, so I don't know if it all evens out in the end or what, but is this done yet? So we have 4, 3, 2, 1. There. Okay. So let's take the food out. All right. It's definitely going to need a little bit of an extra put in the microwave. That was horrible English. Okay, so let's try to take this off. We'll try and take it off without ruining everything. Okay, now for the exhilarating, the most interesting part of the video where I sort of tap everything. And it is pretty warm, like my face is right next to it. I noticed I sort of watched a little bit of my other videos, and my side profile, you can see how big my nose is. I am part Jewish. That was a joke. I'm not Jewish. I was making fun of their large noses. Okay, so I've moved everything sort of. So let's go into, we'll take a little bit of a bite, of a bite ski. Yeah, for sure. I'm thinking at least 30 seconds. I mean, it is warm, but okay, let's put her back in. Now, I can't decide. 30, just 30. All right, so I'm definitely looking forward to this finale of the Indian food. If I had my way, I would eat Indian food tomorrow as well and the next day, but what can you do, right? It's been very enjoyable. This morning I had my pancakes and my blueberries, but I had a little bit, I didn't use as much pancake mix, not quite as much. So, and for lunch I did not have my fried egg sandwich, though I did have my apple and I did have my chips, and I did have my snack. What do I have as a snack? I have, what the heck do I have? A mini ice cream sandwich. I did have that. And so I am just raring to go on this food here. So we have to take off the plastic. We have to throw the plastic away. We have to, I'm gonna have to wash my fork later. And I have to get my spoon. Okay, now we can go, ow. This is heavy. This plate is heavy. Okay. Now I've got to put this on the tripod without stopping the video somehow. One of these days I'm going to accidentally stop the video and then I have to redo everything. Oh. Take my phone out of my pocket. My other phone. Okay, so here you have it. Here is the finale of the Indian food. Oh yeah, that looks mighty good, doesn't it? It sort of looks like just a mixture, a random mix of everything. And that's exactly what it is. So just to recap, everything's cut up to a similar size, similarly sized sizes, as I've been saying. So we have a little bit of rice, we have some mixed vegetables with curry, we have, I'm not going to go over what vegetables are in there, you can watch a previous episode to figure that out. And then we have some chunks of chicken, reshmi tikka chicken, reshmi chicken tikka, whatever it is called. And then we have 2 samosas on the very top. Okay, so let's just dig right in, how about that? Oh my God. Tastes so good. So I got this on Tuesday around lunchtime and it still tastes perfect. Still tastes perfect. When I cut the samosas up, you know, like today, they're quite crumbly now, but that's fine because I just sort of sprinkle them on the top anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And it gives off a nice taste and some nice spice. Oh my God. So there is dessert. We do have dessert. However, as I mentioned, yesterday was the finale of the donuts, of the Tim Hortons donuts. Unfortunately, I've been in a deep depression ever since last night, after my last donut. In a terrible deep depression. I was joking. But man, oh man, do I wish I had some more donuts. I have to try and figure out how I can get some more donuts. It's very windy outside. I was noticing the trees blowing in the window there. Yeah, I desperately want to get like a 12-pack of donuts, get one of each one, and then take like a couple bites of each on video, and I'll do like a tier list. I want to do that so bad, but I don't know how I can do that. So, for tonight's dessert, I have my cookies. My famous cookies. They're not famous at all. They've just been featured in several of my videos. I wonder how many videos they've appeared in. I could check, but I haven't been on my YouTube page in like over 3 months. So ooh, this is so good. So tomorrow, well, tonight is the finale of the Indian food. So tomorrow I'm going to be having pasta, but I'll probably take tomorrow off. By the way, you're probably watching this like a month after yesterday's video, but I'm recording these one day after the next. So I wonder what's happening in the world right now when this video gets published. I'm not sure. What was I saying? Yeah, I think I'm going to take off tomorrow. And then tomorrow's Friday, right? Yeah, Saturday, I'm going to the grocery store. So hopefully I'll get a whole bunch of stuff that will sort of prepare me for the next few days where I'll make some videos. It's going to be a big grocery bill for sure, but it'll be a tasty grocery bill. I'm going to physically eat the grocery bill. I'm getting there. I literally just remembered the name of that vegetarian food where it acts, it's like a cube and it acts as a sponge and it soaks up all the flavors of whatever's cooked in it, with it. Tofu, obviously. Obviously I knew that name, it's just, I kept forgetting what it was, the name that is. And I wasn't sure if tofu was in here. I don't think it's tofu because I know tofu, I've had it before and it's very spongy and disgusting. Whereas whatever's in this, it's firmer. It's firmer, is that a word? It's more firm. I heard a vehicle outside. All right, we're getting there. Only a few bites left. Today was quite warm out, so I'm donning my t-shirt, showing off my beautiful, frail arms. I used to have nice arms back in the day. Now I look like I'm geriatric. Oh, this is so good. It's hard to think of another food that holds up so well day after day after being microwaved. I think Chinese food holds up well as well. I haven't had Chinese food in so long, like I can't even remember the last time I had it. That was one of the foods I used to get when I lived with my sister in the city. I mentioned yesterday I would get a roti wrap, Indian food, but I would also go get some Chinese food. I would also get a burger, pizza, what else? Chicken fingers. I used to go to Dairy Queen. And this was back in 2010. So, you know, they have chicken fingers at Dairy Queen. and you can get them in a combo. But what I used to get, I would get them individual ones because you can order them individually. I think they were like 80 cents per, and that was a secret. That was a secret trick because it wasn't advertised on their menu. I don't know how I figured that out. I'm assuming one of the cashiers told me. So I used to get a specific amount of individual chicken fingers. And then I probably got like a burger and fries as well. I don't remember, to be honest. Maybe I didn't get a burger. Maybe I just got fries. And then I would bike home and eat it. Those were the days. I just got some free food right now. Not trying to sound gross or anything, but you know, does this ever happen to you when you're eating fast and quickly and you don't really chew it? And then all of a sudden, you know, your throat gets clogged and you sort of cough it up and it goes back in your mouth and hasn't been chewed. And so it's like you get to eat it all over again. That just happened to me right now. The last spoonfuls are so hard to get in my spoon. Come on, man. Got it. Oh, man. Now I'm depressed again because I have no more Indian food. This was so enjoyable. I really enjoyed this. Okay, now I have to get my dessert. So first of all, I have to blow my nose. Now, yesterday I mentioned the loud volume of blowing my nose because my microphone is right here. And so I rewatched that part of the video yesterday, and indeed, it was the loudest part of the video. So I apologize. Okay. I'm just going to wipe my face too. All right, so I will be right back. Now I have to adjust my camera so that you can see me through the window. In fact, I checked that too because I mentioned that yesterday. And I can't see. You can see me through the window. You can also see how bald I am. Right here, it looks so ugly. Sad day. What a sad day. No more donuts, no more Indian food. However, I just got to make it through tomorrow, and then I get to go to the grocery store on Saturday. And I'm just going to have like a shopping spree. All right, so I have to get myself some milk. If you want to hear a very helpful tutorial on how to pour milk, I don't know if it was yesterday's video or the one before that, episode 1 or episode 2, but that was a joke, by the way. All right, so here are my cookies. I made these not yesterday or the day, I don't remember. I've only had 2 cookies, so I've only eaten them one day. Because there are 12 left, and I always make 14. And I eat 2 every day, so I have, every batch of cookies makes a week's worth of cookies. A week's worth of desserts. All right. So, here are my world famous cookies. By the way, I've got to turn it again. World famous cookies. According to me. You may have noticed I'm only using 2. 2 of the cream chips on top. Normally I put 3. The reason for that is because I am running low on cream chips and I didn't want to run out, so I only put 2. Okay. So it's just nothing special, just 2 cookies. And then that's it for dessert. This is my normal dessert. I eat 2 of these every night for dessert after my supper. I've been doing that since 2019. Actually, you know what? I'm not sure if that's true or not. Because I was thinking about this. Because when I started going on my diet in 2019, I was eating ice cream for dessert every night. Up until my gallbladder surgery, which was in 2020. And so it must have been after 2020 that I started eating cookies my homemade cookies. So it's about, it's 6 years now. So the reason I'm saying this is because in a previous video I mentioned that I've been eating my cookies every day since 2019, but that was actually incorrect. Because I started off with ice cream. By the way, spoiler alert, we may be seeing some ice cream in the future as well. So that'll be a nice treat, because I don't think I've had ice cream since, I've probably had it since 2020, but I honestly can't remember. Anyway, I haven't bought ice cream. Well, I mean, I eat ice cream sandwiches every day, so I guess that's what I'm, but like a bowl of ice cream, I haven't had that. I haven't bought that since 2020. Who cares? Let's eat some cookies. Oh yeah. I want to give you the cross section. Is that helpful? Was the video quality good enough for that? These are so good. All right, one left. So I'm not going to spoil what I'm going to have Saturday night. To be honest, I don't even know what I'm going to have. I have ideas. I started a grocery list, but it really depends on what I buy. So, however, I'm going to be making my next video on Saturday. And it'll probably be available a month from now. Not from now, but from whenever this one's released. Mm. All right, there you have it. Oh, yeah, I'm still incredibly depressed. No more Indian food. No more donuts. But the depression will be lifted on Saturday. I'm going to come home with a bunch of goodies. I'm not going to spoil what I'm going to get, but hopefully we have several videos worth of food to go through. So I'm definitely looking forward to eating all of that. I'm probably not going to do this, but I really wanted to make some manicotti. That's a type of pasta, like a meat-filled pasta. I used to make that back in the day, but it's too time-consuming to make. It's kind of high maintenance, so I'm probably not going to do that. So, but we'll have some other videos, and I will see you in those other videos.